Hey everyone, welcome to the Volleyball Data Lab. I'm your host, Tyler Widdison, and I've got our studio fired up, ready to dive into some serious data learning. As the former performance analyst for USA Beach Volleyball, I know firsthand the importance of being able to handle loads of data. In this series, we will break down the use of R so it becomes easier to use. So get ready to spike your data skills. Let's get started. All right, welcome to another episode of Volleyball Data Lab. We are going to create player positions in this video. I already have the code written out. It took a little bit to put together, and also I needed some help from some friends, some Evan A. He helped out. This is his code actually. We're just gonna check it out, see how accurate it is, and go from there. So what this code does is it takes the players and creates positions for them, because in the data frame, in the data set, you may notice, actually let's make this a little bit bigger. I just realized it's a bit small. In this in your data set, you may want the positions, and you may not have it. The OV analytics package has a function called infer player roles, and that works very well. It starts from the beginning. And if your SQ files or your data volley files don't have player positions in them, your team files, there's no way to create player positions unless you use the infer player roles, and there are some other ways. This is going to just be another way, just a different method to do this. We are going to first load up the data set. Tidyverse, we don't need data volley for this one. I put in the year for each of the conferences: ACC, WCC, SEC, Big 12, Pac, Big 10, or excuse me, Big 12, Pac 12, and Big 10. Big 10 I do not, because it already has a year. So if you try to combine this data without putting in that year, because of what I did, it breaks. I need the year, because Big Ten has a year and the other conferences do not. I need to add the year on the other ones. The R bind will only work properly if each of the conference data frames, or the conference data sets, has the same columns. If there's different columns, it will not work. So keep that in your mind. Keep that a heads up. If you're ever doing some big data stuff, you need to have the same columns if you want to combine. So this is 6 conferences, and it's still running. It's about there. It's at Big 10 now. All right. And see, I like these RDA files. You don't have to reparse them. It's already parsed, and you can combine them all. And you have your main data set DF. So once that is done, we shall just do a quick DF. Whoops, caps lock's on. DF head as data frame. Once that loads up, and then we'll check out this code from Evan A. So this is what he did to find player positions, and he said I could use it. So dope, let's do it. So again, the first thing I put in year again. I added that. I don't need to add that because I already am adding years before. So that was my error. Here we are. It's all in there now. Let's check it out. Let's do a quick gander at it, see what we have. I'm imagining quite big because it's taking a while to load. There we go. We have the conference, which is nice, in the year. Oh, that's right. I do need to filter because, all right. So in the, I'm going to do this again. Filter year, exclamation point grepl. So what I'm saying is, if anything has the letter C inside the column year, take it out, nix it out. So I want to do that. I already know that it exists. In the 2020-2021 year, the COVID date range, the year is off, and so I only want full seasons, fall, true fall. So we'll just leave it at that. So 2020, 2021, 2021 is only included at fall to the end of December. So But besides that, so I'm going to group. So what I want to do is I just want to filter for these three main skills: attack, dig, and set. And from there, I'm going to also take out the year, as I just talked about. And then I'm going to group by the team, the player, and the year. And then we're going to do a summarize. So let's just go from there. Let's just do that. And then summarize. There we go. We're going to summarize total attempts for those three skills: attack, dig, and set. We're going to do a total digs, total attacks, total sets. And then we're going to do left side attack, right side attack, middle attack, center attack. And actually what I want to do that I didn't do, I'm going to say NA to RM equals true, because sometimes the previously when I ran this, the S attack attempt column was returning NAs. So yeah, we want to keep it clean. So now we can see, like, for example, Annika Larson, 19, 21, 22. We could probably safely guess that she probably does not attack a lot. Attack attempts are very low. Dig attempts are relatively high, and set attempts are relatively high. We probably could throw in reception attempts as well, but this is Evan's. This is not mine, so we're going to roll with it. So we are going to, we then look at the total attempts, those three skills, and the attack attempts percentage of those three skills. And we do that for digs and sets and attacks. And then we look at the left, right, middle, set, attack percent based off of attack attempts. And then we start creating positions. So let's just run the whole thing. Let's just roll it. And what I want to do is, once we roll it, I want to look at it. So I'm going to hit view. All right, so, this is not very fun for me. All right, so what I want to do is I want to filter by year. Okay, that looks a little nicer. And then, so some of these positions, like this one, will have an NA. So let's do this. I just want to see, filter is NA position. And actually, this was rounded before. I took the round off because sometimes, with how this code works, if right side attack is greater than left side attack, return this. But what happens is sometimes right side and left side have the same percent. So when it was rounded, so I took that round off because of that reason. Oh, if I could spell correct, try that again. Oh, now it's going to want to run and throw me an error. Let's just do that. There we go. There we go. All right, so let's check this out. I don't want to make this terribly long, a couple more minutes, but we're just going to take a gander. And if it works, you got some player position code you could throw in. And yeah. All right, so we can see now. Let's go by player. Let's see if there's a player that's constantly, like, being missed. Like, like multiple years in a row. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. It seems pretty clean. I mean, there's not one player. I think, to me, that was important, just to look at one player and make sure we're not missing a whole bunch. I mean, these are three conference. Hey, what's up, player number 42? These are three conferences, so this is a big data set. I mean, if we go df count, let's see. Wow, type count. Let's see. I mean, that's a lot of rows. Was that say 4 million? 400? No, I think that's, dude, I think that's 4 mil. It's a few rows, right? So it's legit. So yeah, you can see that there's no duplicate players here. That is good news. I could be wrong, but doing a quick gander. So let's go by total attempts. Let's see what we're missing here. So Raina Hughes, 2022. She has an NA position. So right now I'm just filtering for positions that have NA because I want to figure out which positions are wrong, where the logic in the code could be wrong. I mean, it's pretty dang clean. She, Hannah Clayton, 2018. 2021. So these 3 players. So what are their positions? That is the question. Syracuse. We're just gonna do a quick Google over here. Let's see what she has. They have her listed as a middle blocker and right side on their website. So that is interesting. Let's see this. So yeah, middle attempts is higher, and it's at 70. So what do I say? Middle attempts, attack percent total has to be greater than 20, which it is. It's interesting. Oh, maybe I should greater than or equal to. Bam, that should fix that. And look, I bet, you know what? I'm gonna switch it down to 50, I think. I'm gonna switch this middle down to 50 because if I do that, assuming I mean, if 50, you got one player, they got 100 attacks. 50% of attacks come from the middle, or a middle attack combo. Can you rightly say that's a middle? It's janky. It's janky. I mean, this is where players play split position, 6-2s, etc. This is where it's like kind of shady. It's all personal preference, really. But yeah, we're just gonna check it out, and if it works, we're gonna call the video good. I'm sure it will. So this is what the code looks like. You want to take a quick gander. Whoops. Take a quick pause if you need. All right, that's your pause. All right, now let's check this out. There we go. I think that looks a lot cleaner. Doing that one thing. But now the big question is, so like all these players that don't have positions, they probably play a lot of DS, or like this player, she actually attacks quite a bit. McGee. So I bet she's like kind of a sub that goes in there once in a while. So we could rightly give her a good position. See the right and left. Look at the percentage. It's exactly the same. That's what I'm talking about right there. See 17, 17. That's what I'm talking about. Some of these are the same. Why is that? Is that off? Doing this wrong? L attack. R attack. Yeah, they're different attack combos. Why? Dude, how are they like all the same? That's blowing my mind. Like, you know, right? Like all these right here are like all the same. That's bizarre. That blows my mind. That honestly, that's probably why. That's probably why this is returning an A, because these are the same. Interesting. All right. Well, there you have it. Player positions. Now, just to do to finish this off, to finish this video off, how you want to take that, how you want to take this data set. Actually, whoops. And what we're going to do is team, player name, year. Yeah, that's what we want to do. All right, so what you want to do is take this data set, and then you want to join back to main data. And so what you're going to do is you're going to say df left join, what did I call it, POS? Yeah, POS. And then what you can do is group by POS count, just to cross check that worked. I'm sure it will. But now you can do it. Now you can group by position. So POS not found. Awesome. And that is because it's actually called a position. Now I'll try it. So now you should be able to do some group by, summarize by position. Good stuff. Position not found. That's great. That is not great. Why is that? It's because I'm a knucklehead. I didn't put in position, bruh. That's why. Come on now. Knucklehead. Now that'll work. Silly mistake. Happens. It's just it's trial and error sometimes. It's kind of a pain. It's a pain, but come on. This video's already 15 minutes. I don't dig that. These videos are supposed to be shorter than that. There you go. Positions. Bunch of NAs, but that's because of those players that we saw before, or because there are rows with NAs. No. There you have it.